Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury and welcome to the program Fuckers. And today I'm doing a paid review, and this comes from a good fan in Singapore. And this comes from Weng in Singapore. And he says there, "Dear Archie, your recent videos have been predictably Rolex and man on the moon centric and are getting boring. I exhort you to be more adventurous. Please do a video to comment on the Panerai after the PAM 318 scandal. The scandal is all over the internet if you Google it. Do you think Panerai have gone the way of Tag Heuer a la Seiko movement? Demand has never been the same since the PAM 318 scandal. I noticed tons of unsold Panerais, both new and resale, on the market nowadays. I sense the brand is losing direction, especially if you look at the latest 2015 releases, downsizing to 42mm. Panerai are running out of ideas and are unable to mimic the longevity of Rolex despite exhibiting vintage Panerais which are really quite hideous compared to vintage Rolex. Let me know what you think. Yours sincerely, Weng from Singapore! And I gotta tell you, fuckers, I love Singapore. And I got a few friends there. And if you click the link, you can see the article from Coconut Singapore. I'm famous. I'm well known. Look, I gotta be honest with you, Wang. I've tried to keep my mouth shut about the PAM 318 disgusting scandal. And I tell you the truth there, after I released the scandal on the Tag Heuer using Seiko movements, I had a very, very nasty, stern legal letter turn up. Let's just leave it at that, legal eagles. So when the PAM scandal exploded, I kind of thought I'd keep my mouth shut, but you sent me $50. I may as well discuss it. And as my lawyers in the past said, if someone invites me to comment on it like you have, I can give my opinion. It's basically, let's have a look at what happened. So basically, Panerai, they released a wristwatch in a limited edition. Everything Panerai does is limited edition. And basically what the scandal is that for the PAM 318, they created, I think it was about 150 of these pieces, very, very small run batch of watches. And they've always used, they use some in-house movements, but they use a lot of ETA source movements, which is what a lot of watchmakers do. But what the scandal is that in the PAM 318, it was very, very utilitarian. I mean, no finishing at all. I mean, it's one thing to use an ETA or a Valjoux movement like Breitling does, and they put a lot of work into upgrading the finish and making it, really, really schmicko. Well, the fuckers at Panerai decided to see if they could get away with how do you put this nicely? They tried to see if they could get away with doing very, very little. And this is what the scandal is. It's not only do they use an off-the-shelf generic movement, they didn't do terribly much finishing work, or it appeared, my legal eagle boys are just coaching me a bit here, it appeared they did very little finishing to bring the watch up to Panerai's expected standards. And, well, it's a scandal. It's a huge scandal. Of course it is. I mean, fuck me dead. Richmond, the cunts, they basically put this watch out to make as much money as possible, and then the punters have said, fuck, what are you doing? We followed you hook, line and sinker, but this is fucking ridiculous. And Richmond should be damn well fucking ashamed. They should be fucking ashamed of what they've done. It's an absolute travesty. When you consider this is a premium luxury watch, which is not a cheap watch. It's very, very expensive luxury watch. Okay, it's a dive watch, it's utilitarian, but fuck me dead, you bastards should have at least done a bit more work on it. And this is the scandal. This is the scandal. What's my view? Well, nothing surprises me with Richmond. They're a bunch of cunts. Richmond, they've I out of all the big makers, Richmond is just a money-making machine, fuckers. They're a huge money-making machine. No different to Swatch. No different to any of these boys. They're interested in money. They don't give a fuck about the enthusiast or the buyer. They want to make as much profit as possible for shareholders and investors. And what do I think? I think it was a fucking low act. I think it was a low act. And Panerai itself, it's a fucking disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. And they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. And years ago, when I was in the watch business, I remember my good friend, watch dealer I was working for, he had a vintage 1940s Panerai. I could have bought it for $23,000 or $24,000, and I think that was Sing dollars. It was a salesman sample with extra dials, so a salesman would walk around showing it to try and sell this watch to dealers and that. That watch would be worth $250,000 today. Jeez, the one that got away, fuckers. But Panerai itself there, what do I think? I think it's the 318 scandal is a fucking disaster. What they did is absolutely fucking disgusting. Those cunts should be ashamed of themselves. Absolute travesty what those fuckers did. I mean, fuck me dead. If you're going to make limited editions and you're going to, you're going to do that. That's okay. That's okay. I understand. It's marketing. We all need money. But fuck, when you put a unfinished movement in there and try and say it's a premium product. Fuck! It's like having a European sports car and you find out it's got a GM engine in it. Okay, that's kind of fuck. You know what I mean? When you're paying a huge premium, you think, what sort of suckers is Richmond taking you fuckers for? And it had to end. I mean, Panerai is the worst offender. They fucking churn, pump and burn. Every watch is virtually limited edition, and they've really got you fuckers over a barrel. And I mean, it's all hype and bullshit. It's the old Hermes Birkin method of marketing. We'll keep it rare, and they'll be keen. Treat them mean, keep them keen, fuckers. And that's what these marketers do. These marketing conglomerates do. What do you fucking think, fuckers? And I gotta tell you, it's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. The only thing I will say is probably the Panerai 318 will become very valuable because it's the scandalous watch. So, if you had smart money would actually be buying it up because it's the one that broke the scandal, the 318. And you can see them on Chrono 24. It's a nice looking watch. It's just a shame about the movement, fuckers. Just a shame about the movement. I mean, $100 of finishing and you wouldn't have had this problem. But the cheap-ass cunts, the cheap-ass, stingy, vicious cunts at Richmond, they want to slice and dice everything. Absolute cunters. And you go on to say you notice a ton of unused Panerais, both new and used, on the market these days. I don't know whether it's because of the 318 scandal. I think it's like anything. You can't be flavour of the month forever. Eventually, it runs out. It's a bit like Panerai. Sorry, it's a bit like Frank Muller. Frank Muller was the same. They were so hot. Late 90s. Frank Muller. Now, it's still a luxury brand. Don't get me wrong. I love my crazy Swiss drug-addicted, whoring watch owners. I mean, fuck. If you're gonna go whoring, you may as well do it in style, Frankie. But I gotta tell you the truth there. It's you can't be flavour of the month forever. So I don't know whether it's the 318 that's killed the market there. I think that's possibly pushing it a bit hard there. I think the reason the market's a bit flat like that is that things are fucking tough. The world isn't your oyster. The world's not my fucking lobster. The world is not my lobster. And it's a bit tough. Times are a bit tough. Jobs are hard to come by. We're sort of China's in fuck down mode. You've got the Chinese government, which is stopping small investors selling shares off. It's going to blow, fuckers! It's going to blow! So I kind of think myself, I think the unsold Panerais, well, you can't be flavour of the month forever. I personally, what do I think of Panerai? And would I ever have one? My good mate Descartes, he's got a Panerai in his collection. And I will be completely honest with you. I've kind of grown to like them. They're so fucking cool. There's no other watch that looks like them. They're unique. Those big 1940s dive watches. And I'd actually like to get a Panerai. Okay, there you go. I said it. I would like a Panerai. Okay, I'd like to get one in my lifetime. Yes, I think they're not too bad bang per buck. Their Panerai itself, I mean, they're a cool looking watch. I don't think going down in size, they had some ridiculous sizes. No, I think going back a little bit is the way the industry's going. Rolex has done the same with the Rolex Day Date 2. They've now got the Day Date 40, which the Day Date 2 was 41, 42 mil genre. The Day Date 40 mil. So it's moved back. It was too fucking big. What do you want me to say, fuckers? So I think that's not just Panerai. A lot of makers are moving little bit back. Ease back. So don't worry that there. Are Panerai running out of ideas? No. Richmond won't let them run out of ideas. Believe you me, those nasty fuckers will have Panerais continually to come out there. That's for sure. Despite exhibiting vintage Panerais, well, I've often said this. I don't know why Rolex doesn't exhibit vintage Rolexes. I reckon that'd be a cool idea. But obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's just getting in with the genre. It's like Louis Vuitton. I mean, you go to a Louis Vuitton store and they have hard case luggage displayed. They don't sell much hard case luggage. It's just the flavor of the product. You understand? It's marketing, fuckers. Marketing. It's marketing. So, yeah, I think I think myself there, Panerai. I actually like Panerai. I do like them. I think they're I've come that close to actually buying one. almost bought it, but funds were a bit short. It's actually a white dial Panerai, fuckers. I had a white dial Panerai. Ian, the watchmaker, the guy who slept with 7,000 women, he had one. I nearly bought it off him. It was a cool watch. It was cool. But what do I think? Well, I don't like this hype. All this bullshit hype. The 318's a scandal. It's a fucking scandal. It is a scandal. I mean, there's no fucking gilling the lily here. And, I mean, they can send all the fucking lawyers' letters they want to me. I mean, fuck me dead. Just Google it. Google Pam 318. It's all over the fucking internet. I mean, you don't need me spruiking it. It's a fucking disaster. It's a fucking disaster. It's a cunter. And it's fucking wrong. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. This has been a paid review for Weng. Tell me what you nasty, vicious, foul-mouthed fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. What are you going to do when they send another letter? What are you going to do, Archie?